Hey everyone, today I'm going to be tackling replacing an O2 sensor on my 2007 Jeep Liberty with a 3.7 liter. The past 3 weeks or so, I've been getting the check engine light coming on intermittently. It would come on for a day, disappear for a few days, come back on. Each time I would check the codes, I'd be getting these same two codes, P0137 and P0138. But as of maybe 2-3 days ago now, check engine light has been on permanently. Did the scan a couple hours ago, and the codes are stored permanently, so it is time to replace the O2 sensor. These codes, P0137 and P0138, are telling me it's Bank1 Sensor2, which means it's the driver's side post-cat, which is at the back of the catalytic converter towards the back of the vehicle. And luckily for me, it is the easiest one to remove, so I don't have to bother with the O2 sensor socket tool. I can just get at it with an open-end wrench. I sprayed a little penetrating oil on there a few hours ago, but I really don't expect that to help much. I've learned in the past, heat is your friend when it comes to removing these things. If you're out for a drive and you get back to your home and everything's nice and hot, sometimes you can jump under there real quick and remove it while the engine and everything's hot. Sometimes you get lucky, but in my case, the engine is cold right now, so I'm just going to use the torch on it to heat things up, and it should come off quite easy. So I'll leave it at that for now. I'll move on under the vehicle and get things moving, and hopefully it goes smooth. Okay, we're heading down under the vehicle. It's going to be a little tricky to film this, but I think I got something set up that'll work fairly well. So anyways, to begin, there's Bank1 cat, driver side, and there is Bank1 Sensor2 right there. I did try and give it a couple of twists with the open-end wrench. Didn't work. Kind of rounded an edge on there, but I'm really not worried. I've had pretty good luck with these things in the past, so I'm just going to heat it up using the torch there, and I'm pretty confident it's going to work okay. I've done this a few times in the past. I've always had great luck using the heat method. So I'm just going to stop recording and reposition the camera so I can actually get this work done. Okay, that's about the best position that I can get, actually. I don't got a lot of room. I have not jacked this thing up, so hopefully this is good enough for you. So first, I'm just going to get some heat on there. Usually about 30 seconds to a minute should be okay. Okay, hopefully that does it. I've got the 7/8 wrench here. Let's see what we can do. Quite. Good. Not quite. Get a little more heat on there. That looks, there we go. No problemo. We just need to unplug this guy here. Kind of a crappy angle to get your finger on the tab. There we go. You just got this little tab here. You need to press down as you're pulling it out of the plug. Pretty straightforward. You can see the plug here. Everything looks nice and clean. Looks good. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll get this guy off. It's a little warm, but the gloves are helping. There we go. You know, it doesn't look all that bad. I've seen much, much worse. But, you know, these things fail. It happens. So we're just going to pop the new one in there, and hopefully that takes care of it. I actually thought I had put some anti-seize on here, but I'm not seeing any. Maybe it burnt through, but I'm pretty sure I had some on there. But regardless, I'm going to put some on the new one before we install it, and we'll see how she goes. Okay, we're ready to install the new O2 sensor. When I took it out of the package, it looked like there may have been some anti-seize already pre-installed on it. I wasn't sure. It looked black. It seemed odd. I don't remember seeing it last time, but I went ahead and added just a little bit of my own high temp anti-seize. I usually just use this Permatex stuff here. And I also went ahead and added some dielectric grease to the outside of the plug where there's a little rubber seal is inside there, just to keep a little extra water out. I did not put it in where the plugs connect to each other, just around the outside where the rubber seal is, just to keep the water out. So we'll get this guy set in place. There we go. I'm not worried about torquing. I just get them on fairly snug. You'll feel when it's tight. It has the compression washers on it, so when they compress and get tight, you'll know. Feeling pretty good. Maybe just a little bit more. I'm gonna call that good. Get her plugged in. I gotta tell you, I'm really thankful this was the easiest one to get at. Some of them can be a real bugger. Snap looks good. Oh, one little guy, get in there. Cable looks good. All wires clear. New O2 sensor installed. I don't know if you can see the thumbs up there, but it's there. So I'm just going to go ahead now and leave things as is. I'm not even going to clear the code. I'm just going to let it clear itself this time, see how long it takes when I'm on the road in the morning. I think we got it, folks. Hopefully this helped somebody out there that might be in a similar position. Hopefully if you have to do this, you don't have to do any of the harder ones to get at, but don't hold your breath. You probably have to. They're not that bad, but it's just a bit of a bugger. This just happens to be the easiest one to do in these vehicles. Lucky for me. So hopefully this video was a little helpful for anybody out there that might be in this situation. And if you found the video helpful at all, please consider a like, leave me a comment, or even might consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye for now. Hey everyone, I just wanted to slip in this video at the end of the original O2 sensor video because I realized after I was ready to upload it, I kind of rushed through things. When I did the video in the evening, I had to get it done for the morning. I had a 250-kilometer drive early in the morning and then another 250 back, so I was in a bit of a rush to get everything done. I really didn't take the time that I would have liked to have to get the video set up properly so you can see what was going on underneath there better. And I realized that I kind of skipped over adding the compounds to the O2 sensor, how I did it, and good process to do it, and what you should probably be using for it. And hopefully help a few of you out a little bit that way. So to begin, I happened to keep the old O2 sensor, which was a good thing. So what we have here is the old O2 sensor. And you've got the little cap on here. When you buy a new one, it has a little protective cap on the O2 sensor. I'll just take that off. And I did confirm that this kit should have come with the little package of anti-seize. The anti-seize package was missing from this particular kit. So it really doesn't matter that much because I did have my own compound that I put on here and everything's fine, so no big deal. So I'm going to start with the dielectric grease. You can get this stuff pretty much anywhere. I've always got a couple of tubes of this stuff flying around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to the inside of the cavity here on the harness for the O2 sensor. All I do is get a little dab on here. You don't need a lot, not so much. And you just get it down inside the cavity, because down at the bottom of that cavity there's a little rubber seal that when you attach it to the female part of the plug, which is still attached under the vehicle, it just gives it a good seal. The dielectric grease keeps moisture and water out. It really does help. It's worth the extra step. Just make sure you get it down there deep enough to hit the seal, and that's good for that. Now, as far as the anti-seize, for O2 sensors, you do want to use the high temperature copper anti-seize compound. It's supposed to work the best on O2 sensors in high heat areas of an engine and other applications. But I just so happen to have been using this stuff for many, many years. It's just what I use, and just so happens it's what they do recommend to use on O2 sensors. So all you want to do is get your little brush out, or however you're applying this stuff. All you want to do is get it on the threads. You want to avoid getting it on the sensor itself. If you do get some on there, just wipe it off. Not a big deal. But you don't have to put too much of this stuff on. Just get a reasonable coating on there. And we're going to call that good. Looks like I kept the O2 sensor clean. Just remember, this is the old one. The new one's going to be nice and shiny, so you're going to be able to see it better. But you don't need a lot of compound on there. You just want it to help when it comes time to remove it. It really makes a difference. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to end the video. If you guys found this video helpful, useful in any way, please do consider a like, a comment, or even consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Maybe see you on the next video. Bye for now.